those who are tech savvy, those who have, interest in developing their careers around information and communications and technology. And currently we have 2 cohorts. The first cohort, which is this one, some of the students are here, but we also have the second cohort already in their second year, going toward their second year. But we have already also applications for the third cohort, which unfortunately, I was speaking to Solomon this afternoon, he was sad that he didn't see the applications and couldn't apply. But we just closed the applications for the cohort, and we will be taking in the third intake in January 2021. And usually each country gets a quota of 5 students who will get scholarships to study the master's program in embedded and mobile systems. So they will either specialize in mobile systems or specialize in embedded systems.
What are the requirements to participate in this competition?
So basically the requirements are not as very difficult, and it's not really a competition. So basically you are undergraduate, you have done your first degree, a bachelor's degree, but in the line of either telecommunications, engineering, etc. You are welcome to, you have a high chance of getting enrolled into the program because it's a more tech sort of study and involves a lot of, my students here will tell you more about it, but usually if you have at least a basic background, it would really help. And also usually you have to go through the application process, and you apply. Once you get admission through the Nelson Mandela University, then you apply for the scholarship. And it's usually based on your merit and how you academically very good and sort of like you have performed well. Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that we note is that you have to apply to the university first, right?
Exactly.
And then after that you can apply for the scholarship.
Exactly.
Perfect. And I thought that we could also talk about the, you give the internship of the students to different organizations to find local-based solutions to company challenges. Talk to us about that during the internship process.
Great. So one of the uniqueness of our program, like any other, none other institution does that. This program basically has components that are very basic for the students to go through while they're in the program. One among them is the internship. Also, we have summer schools. So the students who come into the program and are studying the master's program will also go do summer schools. And it's also it's a program that is formed through a German and East African academic consortium. So you see our students here, they basically study a curriculum that has been developed by the German and East African academic consortium. And they also have guest lectures with German professors in the specific fields that they're studying in. So our internships is basically to form a collaboration and partnership between academia and industry. So basically we look for private sector, because even the program itself is a market demand driven. It's focused to help fill in the gaps of the private sector, the areas which private sector are experiencing challenges, our operations are not going efficient. Our students come in, develop digital solutions that can help fast track or improve operations for the companies. So internships is one among the elements that our students have to, number one, apply for. So we link them up with organizations, private sector, civil society, public sector, and they work with them for a period of between 3 months to 6 months. Currently, our first cohorts who are seated here today, they are in their internships right now, and they are working across. We have about 27 students, all placed across East Africa and working with companies. And their major goal actually is to come up with a digital solution. First of all, by analyzing what is the challenge that the companies are facing, and then propose a solution for that. And out of that, they are supposed to work on their master thesis together with the company, while at the end of it, have a solution that they have proposed and implemented for the company.
This is good stuff, guys, isn't it? All right, so let's talk about how people can, where do you post these opportunities? Is it on the GIZ website, or Where can these young people who are doing ICT find these opportunities?
So basically, what we normally do, we have different platforms that we do posts or share information about our programs. Now, number one, which is the most popular one, is at social media. We have the likes of Twitter. We have our Twitter account, which is at EA CENIT, and also because it's also a program under GIZ, the EAC GIZ Twitter account always posts information about it. But also, we have the website, our CENIT website, CENIT-ea.org, where students, anyone interested in finding out more about the programs can log into, and find a number of information about what is happening under CENIT. Yes, but usually we share information, but also our key partner, which is the East African community, usually shares all these opportunities within EAC, the Secretariat, and also all the ministries in each country, especially with the ministries of ICT.
Perfect. So I'm sure that we've all heard about this opportunity and how we can actually participate in it. Sometimes we lose out on many of these opportunities because we don't know where to find them. So now that you've shared, I would want to interest the young people in this room to go on the website, on the ESC's website, so that you don't miss out on the January intake. Sometimes it's important for you to read the requirements that are needed so that you can work on them during the time that you have now. And sometimes you need to put in a pitch, or sometimes you have to fill in a long form. And sometimes, because we don't want the long form processes of filling in documents, we sort of, just take it off, like the deadlines come and we've missed them. So the fact that she has shared this in time, I would encourage all of us to go on the websites and also to follow them on social media so that we can be able to get these opportunities. Anything else that we didn't talk about? Because I want to go into the conversation with the young men and women.
Yeah, just to wrap up also, another thing also, apart from the master's program, we also have the Digital Skills Accelerator, which any of you can apply, and it's usually very, it's not strict in terms of your requirements, and it's usually for unemployed graduates, anyone who has graduated from university but yet to get a job. These short courses are basically targeting the young graduates who are looking into the field of ICT, and currently actually we are training, we're expecting to train about 150 young unemployed graduates. Currently the trainings are ongoing. We just concluded Tanzania and Burundi, and now we are training Uganda and Rwanda. And the next third cohort actually it comes in January, and we'll be training Kenya and South Sudan. And the training is on Android mobile applications, development of applications in Android. And these opportunities are also, we also again upload so much the EAC Youth Ambassadors platform. They're usually sharing this information across. And also the YouLead Summit is also sharing a lot of this information. So basically everyone can look into these opportunities. The Digital Skills Accelerator call for applications is usually on every time, and you're free to see what opportunities come, and you're welcome to apply. Also, please do visit the GIZ office here at the EAC for more information, or if you need to get details of the projects that we're doing at GIZ.
Perfect. Round of applause to Evelyn. Let's give her some love. You have okay, we'll just do 2 questions and then we can get into the session. You want to make it quick and fast? I'm just improvising for this.
I am Ezekiel Vigelo, Bitcoin activist, and also a businessman. I just wanted to ask if you guys offer the courses about cryptocurrency, because it's digital money and all that. Yes, because it's just reliable, quick, fast.
Right, thanks. Do we have another question? All right, not that I've seen. So if there's another question, someone? Okay, cool. Do you want to answer that?
Yes, I can do. I can answer that. Currently, we don't have yet the trainings on cryptocurrency, but it's also one among the training modules that we want to look into. but basically because we're working closely also with our partners such as IBM, and also working with a host institution for the center, where we'll look into different courses that we can offer to partners. Also currently, the Android applications development trainings, we are offering them with Immobilis in Kenya. So basically looking at what is the demand, where the demand is, and we structure trainings according to that. Yeah.
Thank you. Round of applause to Evelyn, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. If you could go and take your seat. All right, so we want to welcome our online audience. That is, we have a couple of young people who are joining us online, so we'll be speaking to them, most of whom are actually beneficiaries of this program. So allow me to just take my position, which is going to be this, just for cameras and to ensure that I have an eye contact with the people. You have a mic which you're going to be sharing. If you just give me that microphone, please. Eve, where is that mic? All right. Microphone, we need to give it to. All right, so the people that you're looking at here, the young people that you're looking at here, are the people who got the opportunity to get on the scholarship that Evelyn has just been speaking about. What is unique with these young people is that they were attached to different companies. They asked about the challenges of those companies, and they developed solutions, IT solutions for those companies. So each of them is going to be given at least 3 minutes, because you also have extra 5 who are online, to tell us about what they've been doing, their names, what you've been doing, what was the challenge, and what solution have you been able to develop. I can start with you, lady.
Hello. My name is Happiness. Yeah, my name is Happiness Alexander. I'm a Tanzanian.
You can use this, it's all right.
My name is Happiness Alexander, Tanzanian, and I'm a student at the Nelson Mandela African Institution of Science and Technology, undertaking a Master of Science in Embedded and Mobile Systems, but specializing in mobile systems. So currently I'm in a certain organization so-called ENASO. It's an acronym for the Eastern Africa National Networks of AIDS and Health Service Organization. So it is a regional network of national networks of civil society. So it's mainly focusing on the community based on the malaria, HIV, and TB. So the challenge that I came across in that organization is they already have a website, which it's called Afya Digital. You can check for it in your afyadigital.health. Which is there to assist border communities, mostly Tanzania and Kenya, to locate the health facilities. So for instance, I'm in Tanzania, I cross border to Kenya, maybe through Namanga borders, and I do not know, maybe I get sick or I need services. So where can I find the health service information? So this website has tried to portray the service to be shared. But the issue was the visibility. Do all people get close, or do all people open up into websites and share? So we came across and said, okay, fine, we need to have a mobile application. So we came across and said we'll come across, develop an Android-based mobile application. Why did we choose that? Because according to the statistics of Global Market of Operating System in Africa, we almost have about 84% of Android smartphone users in Africa. So we said to start with, we can start with Android-based mobile application, then we can go forth to iPhone users. So I'm currently developing the mobile application for that, so that I can locate the health facility across Tanzania and Kenya borders. So this is in line with the organization objective, which is to enhance the information exchange and learning abilities. So it will be more of visibility to the organization, which is ENASO. It will be more of branding ENASO, and that platform, it will be helpful. It is obviously helpful. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hello everyone. Yeah, my name is Samuel Katwale from Tanzania, a master's student at the Nelson Mandela University, majoring in embedded and mobile system, but specializing in the mobile system. Yeah, as country, my master program, internship was a part to accomplish my master's. So currently I'm attached on the Raha Beverage Company. Formerly was known as the Banana Beverage. So they produce wine. They was called banana because they're producing wine from banana fruits. But now they changed their name to Raha Beverage. So now from banana to Raha Beverage. The company is located in Arusha, around the Mushono, if you have heard about it, Raha Beverage. Currently, they have a program on the marketing, sales, and the distribution. On the marketing, they just use a promotion on the bars and a TV advertisement. As you know, currently people they are going mobile. No one spend time to watch TVs. So advertisement in TVs, so they can miss their customers to hear about their products. So people are going mobile. Mobile phones are part of people's life now currently. So also on the sales and distribution, they do use the weekly routine. So they choose a lot weekly, so they can learn their track to distribute their products. So they can take a volume which is not enough to distribute to the customers. So they just distribute without knowledge of the demand in the market. So they can take maybe some amount of product they distribute, but while they still a demand, so they may be good twice. So just increase more cost on learning their distribution. So I prefer to use the mobile application to integrate the sales and the marketing, so as they have a centralized information. These customers, they can have the information at the central point. Also, this can help also the managers to evaluate on the sales performance and the marketing. So on this contribution also, on the customer side, they will help to track their orders. They can place their orders while they are remotely. So they don't need to go to the company to place their orders. So this application will help on both sides, on the customer part, also on the company. Also on the engagement with this private sector, I've learned a lot. I can mention a few. One part is that the customers, they do drive the business. Customers drive the business. So if you want to learn smooth your business, you have to provide what customers need. Your product, you have to evolve your product. You don't need to maybe to steady state. You have to evolve. You have to produce a new product every day. You have to evolve your products. Also, the production and innovation. You have to innovate your products. You have to provide new flavors. Also, as an issue to discuss about it, that you have to know your competitors. On private sector, you have to know competitors. How weakness is, you have to know the weak point of your competitors. You have to know the strongest of your competitors, so as you can know how to beat, how to gain the market share in the market. So you have to know your competitors, know what strategy can you use to innovate more, and what technology your competitors are using, so as you can gain your market share.
So it is the new software that developed, or the new system that you've developed, is it helping?
Yeah, the software is in progress, not yet been used now, is in progress. So it's going to address all those problems faced by the company.
Perfect. Let's give him some love, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. Let's go to the next.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Glorious Dasanga Maria. I'm a London. I'm a master's student under CENIT, specializing in embedded system. Currently, I'm doing my internship at Nelson Mandela African Institution of Science and Technology, which is a research institution for postgraduate and graduates in engineering, technology, science, and innovation. Nelson Mandela accommodates students from Tanzania and outside Tanzania, especially within sub-Saharan Africa. Currently, I'm developing a talking weighing scale to help visually impaired people, because researchers have demonstrated that visually impaired people are increasingly at an alarming rate, and also people from marginalized area within East African region, they don't know how to interpret the existing scale. So it is a fact that all visually impaired people within East Africa and people from marginalized area, they need a talking weighing scale. This weighing scale, it will help Nelson Mandela to realize its goal as its motto said, that academia for society and industry. All researchers from Nelson Mandela, they emphasize in the needs and problem of the society. So I believe that this weighing scale will help Nelson Mandela to realize its goal by helping people within East African region. During my internship, I have gained a lot because I was engaged to work with experts in embedded system career, and I believe also to do an internship. It has helped me because I was engaged in real tasks and hands-on. It had helped me to be engaged in live tasks and hands-on exposure, which has helped me to sharpen my technical skills and analytical skills, and also it has helped me to build the confidence in me. Thank you.
Round of applause. A talking weighing scale. That's lovely. Thank you very much. All right, next.
Good evening. My name is Beatus Mbunda from Tanzania. I am a student at Nelson Mandela, taking Master of Science in Embedded System, specializing in mobile system. Currently, I'm being attached to A to Z Company Limited. A to Z Company Limited is the company located at Kisongo area, along at Arusha. This company is dealing with manufacturing and agricultural product, and actually is one of the biggest company in East Africa, and it has more than 90,000 employees. A to Z Company Limited, they have a challenge. The challenge, they have a warehouse where they don't have a mobile system to manage. So in order to solve this problem, I came up with a mobile application. This mobile application is going to help the company to increase efficiency, availability, performance, and productivity of the company through managing the warehouse. And because of most of the employees of A to Z Company Limited, they have mobile phone, so it's easy for them to use the mobile applications. Currently, they have web-based applications, but this web-based application is not optimized for mobile use. While I'm being attached at A to Z Company Limited, I have learned that it's very important to be attached to the company. The company makes me to gain practical skills to apply the knowledge I have learned in the class, but also at A to Z Company Limited, I have learned through what we call team working, listening ability, and communications, also working with people from different backgrounds. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Let's have a final young person to talk to us about his innovation.
Yes, good evening everyone. My name is Victor Wheeler. I'm a master's student in embedded and mobile system, specializing in embedded system. Currently, I'm doing a project at Dry Beverage Company, which is located just 2 kilometers from here. The company main activity is producing the alcohol made from banana wine. The challenge, the production of alcohol, there is direct link with the monitoring of key parameters, which are sugar, alcohol, and carbon dioxide. But most important, the key parameters are sugar and alcohol. These parameters are measured daily and monitored to keep the profile so that the alcohols to be back to the production. Currently, the way they are doing the manual process, that they are recording these parameters from one thing to each other, from one thing to another. Just imagine 100,000 of things. The process becomes tiresome. Also, when the updating may become errors, lead to errors. Through this challenge, I'm developing a centralized system whereby the monitoring of systems should be done through centralized system, through wireless sensor network, that one can monitor the parameters while away. Through this internship. I'm learning a lot of things and integrating my knowledge to help the company to solve the company goals. Through CENIT, a young professional program, I'm solving the problem while building my career. Thank you for listening.
Round of applause to these young men and women before us. Come on, don't be mean, guys. All right. I thought that we could also bring in online. Frank, are the online team on Zoom, are they available? All right. Yeah. So so brought them in. Great. Let's have most of them. We're going to give them about each of them 2-3 minutes to talk about the innovations that they're doing. You make your introduction and then the innovation that you're doing. Let's bring the first one in, Frank. All right, let me see who is going to come first. Salma Edie, if you're on standby for us, please come in. All right, let's start with Ivan Kojo. Where are you? Yeah, Ivan Kojo. Come in, Ivan.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to join you from Kampala, Uganda. Oh my God. Okay.
We can hear you, Ivan. Go ahead.
I'm glad to join you from Kampala, Uganda. I'm currently interning at Kira Motors Corporation. Kira Motors Corporation is a enterprise that was established to champion value addition in Uganda's nascent automotive industry, with the main goal of job creation and diversification of the Ugandan economy. Currently, the company is building a plant in the Jinja industrial area that is expected to have a capacity of 5,000 vehicles produced per year at the beginning of operations. The company has also built Africa's first electric bus, which is the Kayola EVS bus. I think Solomon would have seen it around Kampala. It's an all-electric bus that is 12 meters long and has a passenger capacity of 90 with 41 standing and 49 sitting. So I got a chance to join the organization through a memorandum of understanding between the CENIT at EA and Kira Motors Corporation that was signed early this year. Currently, there are many prevalent issues in urban mass transportation, which Kira Motors Corporation seeks to address, including accountability and management, passenger security, heavy traffic in the cities, and the risk of infectious diseases during the COVID-19 times and even beyond. And with that, the company is building what is dubbed as the Kayola EVS passenger experience system that will include, among multiple components, thermal imaging technology, multimedia surveillance, route identification and notification, content, passenger counting, and cashless payment, all supported by a robust web application and mobile application. So this project that we are currently working on, I'm actually working on it with a colleague of mine here, seeks to benefit the company by providing a unique and remarkable passenger experience, which is in line with the company goal of customer satisfaction, and then also promoting the Kayola brand by attracting new customers and retaining those that are existing, as well as providing a competitive advantage to Kira Motors Corporation. I've been able to learn quite a number of lessons here. One of the things I've learned is that you really need to understand the industry of interest by performing business environmental studies, viability analysis. Also learned that technology transfer is very important. It is a great strategy for technology development and in the automotive industry, and even in the IT sector. So we have to move with the existing technology platform, and we don't have to invent the wheel. Thirdly is that you have to challenge yourself and don't shy away from any challenge. Yeah, face it, because in us you have the ability to do that. And the other one is that networks are very vital for us because they help us to reach where we wouldn't reach on our own. And it also helps us to build and leverage. We should also build and leverage our networks, including mentors, colleagues, friends, and business partners.
All right.
And finally, team player. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Ivan Kojo is from Uganda. The interesting bit about this innovation is that Uganda is trying to start, it has started manufacturing buses. The Kira Motors project is a project that was born and birthed in Uganda with different young men coming up to do cars. We have so far manufactured about 3 cars in Uganda. And what Ivan is trying to do for those who are on our phones, and we're not hearing clearly, what he's trying to do is to provide a cashless payment system so that you just perhaps have to, put your card and enter the car. They are beginning, they have an eco-friendly bus, and so for you to have access to it, instead of having to pay money, you perhaps just put a card and the doors can open and you can be able to access it. It's quite an interesting innovation. Thank you very much, Ivan Kojo. Let's give him some love, guys. Let me now bring in Hilary Kaluma to give us his innovation. Yeah, Hilary, come in. You're welcome.
Thank you, Solomon Seranj. I would like to good afternoon to everyone. My name is Hilary Kaluma, and I'm a student at Nelson Mandela African Institute and a CENIT program. I'm Ugandan. Currently, I'm doing my internship at the Infectious Disease Institute. And here, IDI, which we normally call IDI in short, is an institution that it's non-profit institution that actually helps to deal with infectious diseases. Its main goal was to strengthen health systems in Uganda and Africa in general. And I'm actually part of that team now. So in IDI, there's a department called the Academy for Health Innovation, which offered me the internship placement. So this department generally deals with strengthening of health system by use of ICT, and that's where I'm doing my internship from. So the project I'm actually working on doing my internship is the one to do is implementation of home-based care by use of a mobile application. So just to put it in perspective, home-based care is the kind of treatment whereby instead of getting admitted in hospital, you're having that treatment offered from the home or your locality. And for this case, we're using it as a means of treating COVID-19 and epidemics and pandemics generally. So for the case of like the original case, the way it has been operating, once you get tested and found positive of COVID generally, you get admitted. As a result of that, there has been a lot of reallocation of resources in health centers to just deal with the COVID-19. That creates a kind of an open kind of pressure on the few remaining facilities, and that kind of strains the health system. So the idea we're proposing here at IDI in the project I'm working on is the implementation of home-based care, where those patients, once found positive and have mild symptoms, COVID, are taken to their homes, and we use the VHT teams to do the daily checkups and offer the treatment to the patients. So on October 20th, I saw the government, parliament, pushing, the public parliament of Uganda, pushing for the payments, salary payment to the VHT teams. The VHT teams, just to put it in clear perspective, are the teams of those health officials normally found in the locality, like villages, that help the government to implement health systems like immunization. So the project we are suggesting is to develop a mobile application for them, which they can use to carry out daily checkups of COVID patients, take their temperatures, take all other health details and submit them to a system, which will be used to assess and also offer peer reminders. And once these stations, for example, information submitted raises an alert, for example, depreciating health, then health officials can go to the patient's locality and maybe admit them to hospital or even change the medication. So that's the project I'm generally working on. Thank you. Just to add on, the lessons I've learned is one, most applications or most systems, when you're having them on paper, they look very good, but implementing them is just another story. So you also have to put that in consideration before you implement a project. Another thing, time is limited in the field. Once you are dealing with a project, you always have a very small timeline to deal with the project, so you always have to have time in consideration. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.
Hilary, thank you very much. Let's give Hilary a round of applause. You know what is very interesting is that these young men are providing solutions to the East African continent challenges. I mean, for example, Hilary's will be able to bridge the gap. I mean, you find yourself, you have COVID, you can have access to a VHT in your community who can come and provide medication to you, or perhaps, give you, advice on what to do. It's a local-based solution. If you have, for example, malaria, you can still reach out to the VHTs. VHTs are village health teams. It's a system that Uganda has developed, just for a small background, that within your community, there are people who the Ministry of Health gives basic drugs, medicine, anti-malarials, head painkillers, so that you don't have to rush to the health center for you to have treatment. So it's a system that Uganda has developed, which is actually working well. So this application, I think, will come in very handy. All right, great stuff. Let's listen in from Henry Semakula. Henry, please come in.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Henry Semakula. I'm from Uganda. I'm a Ugandan. Currently having my internship at the Medical Concierge Group. Medical Concierge Group is a telemedicine company that operates or runs like an hospital online. So at the moment, they are focusing on looking and giving health care to chronic diseases, basically AIDS and diabetes. So when I reached here, I saw that they had a challenge. Basically in Africa, generally, we have a challenge of detecting diabetes in early stages. Because according to statistics, 60% of diabetes, of people living with diabetes, don't know that they have diabetes. So when I saw that challenge, I'm working on a project using machine learning. The project is by the title, a predictive model for early detection of diabetes mellitus using machine learning. Why diabetes mellitus? Statistics shows, because if I give you a background of the types of diabetes that we have like 3 types of diabetes. The first type is called diabetes type 1. The second one is called diabetes type 2, which is given by the name of diabetes mellitus. And the third one is gestation diabetes. For the ladies, usually when they are pregnant, they get that type 3 diabetes, which is gestation diabetes. So why am I centering on type 2? Because statistics shows that all cases of diabetes in Africa, 90% are type 2 diabetes, which is diabetes mellitus. So when I reached, I saw that in Africa we still have a gap of early detection of diabetes. So currently I'm working on a project. I'm using machine learning, and I'm using an algorithm of random forest classifier whereby I can train my model that it's going to be a web-based model that you can use, and even on your phone you can log on to that model. I assess the risk factors of getting diabetes, like age, insulin, body mass index, the historic blood pressure, and other risk factors that I'm assessing. So once you input those factors into my model, they can predict whether you are at risk of getting diabetes, so you can go and see a doctor, or whether you have diabetes, so you can start on medication. So I saw that once I finalize, because so far the model, I have trained the model, and I'm still testing the model to see its performance. But at the moment, it shows it has accuracy of 88.8. So I'm still training up the model and gathering more data so that the model may be perfect to solve the issue of early detection of diabetes. So in brief, that's the project that I'm working on, titled the predictive model for early detection of diabetes using machine learning. The diabetes that I'm centering on is type 2, which I said is diabetes mellitus.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That's Henry Semakula.
The organization is, things are changing. We need to give health care and applying technology. That's why the company, PMCG in short, which is a medical concierge group.
All right. I think Henry Semakula's idea has been well received. I'm sure we all understand it. That from the comfort of your sitting room, you can include, you just fill in perhaps something like a questionnaire which is tailored towards the system, and then it can tell you the risk, whether you're at risk of having diabetes, and therefore you can go ahead and see a doctor. I'm really impressed by some of these projects. I think if we grow these projects, they're going to be the next applications that Africa can sell to the world. I'm really, really super excited about this project. Let's bring in John Mboimpae to share his. I'm afraid we have only 7 minutes, so I'm going to divide this into 3.5. John, you're welcome, but you have 3.5 minutes. You're welcome, John.
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is Mboimpae John. So I'm doing my internship at MOTI. The organization is called Micro Health Initiative. It's an NGO, and it has the function of providing access to affordable health insurance through microinsurance. In short, that the organization, the NGO, is focusing linking between local people and between local people, is focusing on linking between local people. As we know, in Tanzania, currently a lot of systems are currently using technology, and some of the people who are local, they don't use technology. So the NGO is focusing on linking these local people, normal people, to current situation of Tanzania. And again, the NGO is focusing on developing innovation across healthcare sectors, meant to make access to healthcare affordable, accessible, transparent, and convenient. So currently, I'm working on the project called Pona. It will be a mobile and web-based application for helping people get healthcare service from providers in conveniently, transparent, at affordable market price. So the Pona app will help people to be able to book the appointment for special service. Also, they will be able to know the service of a certain hospital before visiting facility. Sometimes you can go to a certain hospital and you find that a certain service is not there, so you have to go to another hospital. So it becomes a challenge. So by using Pona app, people will be able to know service before visiting to that hospital. Again, people will be able to access ambulance service easily and cheaply. People will be able to compare the prices of services. As you know, sometimes we have private and public hospital. You can find that maybe a nearby hospital is a private. So we'll be able to compare the price maybe you can go to that hospital, you can go to another hospital. The other thing is that the Phone app will help people to know the location of nearby hospital and services offered. So this is actually the project that I'm working on. And greatest learnings that I've learned from the internship is that soft skills is very important. Again, teamwork is very important. Also, try taking decisions based on the facts. The other thing is working closely with the company supervisors. Also, taking constructive criticism well. And the last one is networking is very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. John, can I just ask you one more thing to do for this community? Can you also incorporate the feedback of patients when they go to private health centers? That feedback, for example, I was asked money to access treatment. Feedback like I wasn't being able to, I wasn't given medication because they told me there is no maybe anti-malarials, and then some sort of a platform where patients can give feedback on the quality of healthcare that has been given to the different patients. I think that would be critical too in your project. I don't know if it's too late for you to incorporate that in your software.
Okay, thank you very much for the addition. Actually, I didn't mention it. In the app, we will have a place where people will be rating, just like how we rate apps, so there will be rating for the hospital. And you can put some comment about what service have you got from that hospital. So thank you for reminding.
Thanks a lot, John. Let's give John a round of applause, guys. These are innovations that are going to take us forward as a community and as a continent. Let's bring in Alban Manishimiwe. I hope I pronounced that well. Alban, come in and share with us your innovation.
Thank you, Serwanja. My name is Alban Manishimiwe. I am currently in my internship with Inter-University Council for East Africa. Inter-University Council for East Africa is an institution of the East African community charged with promoting the integration and fostering higher education common area. When I reached at the internship, I realized that they do not have data concerning academic programs and universities, specifically programs which are accredited. By accredited means those which are not fake, to cut it short. So my project is a higher education information management system which will provide visualization concerning the accredited programs within the region. So if you are in Uganda and you want to study in Burundi, you will just go on this system and you will see whether this program is actually real or fake. So that is what I'm doing. Then also this data that I'm going to collect and analyze using the system will help the Inter-University Council for East Africa in terms of trends, knowing the trends of the higher education common area and its performance. When I say higher education common area, I mean that a few years ago, the ESC Council Heads of State Summit entered into cooperation to foster regional integration, and they agreed that staff and mobility can actually, staff and students can actually move from one region to the other. So my system will be helping students who want to study in a different country. Thank you.
Round of applause to Alban. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ivan Kojo, Hilary Kaluma, Henry Semakula, John Mboni Mpae, and Alban Manishimiwe for sharing your thoughts and your projects with us. And thank you very much to the ladies and gentlemen who are seated in front of us here for your innovations. I believe that the future is in technology. And for Africa to be able to advance to another level, we need young men and women like this who are thinking of African solutions to African problems, right? How many of you agree with me? All right, let's give them some love. Thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Go and take your seats. And to the rest of the team that has really been patient with us, I think we have cheated you by 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. Sorry, but I'm sure we've learned something. And to the thunders in this room, you're looking at tomorrow's future, IT leaders here. So let's support them. Let's support these projects, all of them, so that we can be able to find solutions to the challenges that we're having. All right, what is next? Are we supposed to go, or we have to wait for people? Okay, let's wait for people. For now, the guys in the control room can give us some music. I think you can just play for us Dave Coz and BB Winans, The Dance, as we wait for them. Oh, you want Diamond songs? Okay, give us Diamond Platinums. Will You Marry Me? For people who want to listen to that.